All right. 8 seconds in. Let's see if anybody joins me. Let's see. All right, almost a minute in. Nobody so far. Let's see. All right. All right. Well, just found that. Let's see how this works. Still nobody. That's okay. It's okay. See what I sound like.
That's okay.
All right. See if anybody joins. Oh, sweet. I got the chat right here. Oh, somebody joined. It's probably me watching this, so if anybody else is there, please comment. Let me know how the video looks to you. Oh, why do I look like I just was sweating. I don't know why. Let's hear what I sound like. Yeah, I noticed that too. Let's see. This is not immediate. Right? Need a haircut. Only one person. I think it's KP Heathen that I always see that pops up on here. So if KP Heathen, if you watch this, howdy from Pennsylvania, because I know you always say hey from Georgia. So let's see. Let's see if we get anybody. Minutes in so far, nada. So, well, I might as well start talking about something. Maybe somebody will stop in. So, let's see. I have a couple days off here. I'm going to actually try to go up to the Appalachian Trail in the upcoming days here. Actually, I'm going to trap it up like that. I'm on my Wi-Fi, so I don't know why it's doing that. That is not a very appealing freeze face I just had there, so sorry about that. Listening while getting things done. That's good. That's actually what I do a lot of times. I'll put something on, and when people go live, I'll try to just comment in there like, "Hey, I'm here," you know. So keep doing whatever you're doing. I know the other day, I think it was Vision. I was at work, so I didn't actually hear it till I watched the live when I came home. He had said about contacting him, so I was like, oh, okay, you know, I missed that chance, so had to hit him up afterwards. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to make a video tomorrow of going out on the Appalachian Trail. If not the Appalachian Trail, we got quite a few state parks around here that I'm at least gonna try to go to one of them. You know, I've been going for runs almost every day. I have to get ready for something, so I'm going to try to maybe run around one of the state parks, take the dogs, get them their exercise. So I think I saw somebody else pop in here, but looks like they went right back out, but you know. So yeah, so Teresa, I think you're my only viewer right now, so I appreciate it. If there's anything that it's almost like you have a private one-on-one chance with me right now. If you want to ask me anything about the channel or you have anything that you'd like to see uh, on the channel at all, go ahead and let me know. That's one nice thing about being a smaller channel, is that I can pretty much answer everybody and everything every time somebody has a question. That's typically what I do. But yeah, I'm going to try to go out, hike tomorrow. I'll take a small pack and maybe just try to forage a little bit if I can, depending on what I find. I'll try to videotape as much, not videotape, I'll try to record as much of that as I possibly can. Hopefully the weather's nice tomorrow. It should be. I think today it was pretty nice here in Pennsylvania. So, actually I had a really long day. Had to do something after work, but finally home relaxing. I only got home like 2 hours ago. But yeah, this is my first live. If anybody comes in or watches it on the rerun, please hit the like button. Please comment. Let me know what you think. I gotta figure out. I don't know if it's coming across as grainy for anybody else, but I'm actually watching it as I'm talking, and it's pretty. It looks like 8 megapixels. So this is more of a trial run, but it's also one of my first lives as Pennsylvania Preparedness instead of Penny Prepper. I feel like I sort of not outgrew, but my content wasn't really in line with Penny Prepper, even though it's actually part of my name, the penny part, and I am into preparedness. Okay, good. It must just be on my end. It must be both of these going at the same time. I wonder if I actually close out of this, what that'll do. Maybe that'll save me a little bit of bandwidth or something. So, alright. Thank you very much for letting me know it came out okay. Looks like there's somebody else in here. So, yeah, if you guys drop in, comment, let me know you're here. Please give it a thumbs up if it's good content. Well, looks like everybody's out of here now. Or no, that is me. That was me. Alright. Maccabees? Everyday Survival. Good evening. How's it going? Where's everybody from? Are you both from south, north, east, west? States that are a little bit bigger, smaller, suburban, city, and if so, do you guys want to see any content more related to those specific locales, anything like that? Obviously, if you're in Oregon or New Mexico, then obviously my style of prepping is going to be a lot different. North Missouri, very backwoods. That sounds pretty awesome. Pennsylvania is literally, Penn's Woods, so, we got a lot of woods here, but I'm near the capital, so the Penny Prepper, I've only seen one of your lives as Penny. Wondered who Pennsylvania Prepper was. I gotcha. Yeah, I just changed it the other week, actually at the beginning of this week. I know, I feel like there was a little bit of, one of the first things when I started getting into the channel. Hey, what's up, Freedom Farmer's Son? Sorry, Farmer's Son. It's been a very long day. I was up at 4 a.m. and about an hour ago, no, 2 hours ago, I just got done with something that was very mentally taxing. So my mind is sort of fried. I almost didn't want to do this live, but I figured I probably should because first of all, I posted about it, and then also, it's one of my first. It's one of my very first lives with the new channel name. So, in Missouri. Alright, let's see. You were Penny Prepper. Only seen one of your lives is Penny there. A whole lot. Yeah, no biggie, like the hilt of the sword knife, right? Let's see. Northeast Ohio. Okay, I know that there's some other prepping channels out there that don't believe Ohio exists, but, me being your neighbor and all here in Pennsylvania, I know that you do. Right next to Pittsburgh. Penny Pension Prepper. Oh yeah, him and I just did one together. That was like a couple days before my name change. That's another thing. I noticed some people got us a little bit confused sometimes. you know, I mean, it is a big difference in name. It's like penny prepper versus penny pinching prepper. But I think, and then there's also a penny out there. So sometimes people were getting confused. That was one of the benefits of changing the name. But also, being that I'm only really doing preparedness videos here in Pennsylvania, I did actually just visit Tennessee for the first time. And it's not like I really had anything set up that I could do preparedness videos there other than check out the scenery. Yeah, I know it exists. It's right there next to Pittsburgh. But yeah, so I know that one of the things that I'm still keeping in line with on my channel is I'm not very into, first of all, like the conspiratorial stuff. I know a lot of people have been talking about the tomorrow being the fourth and the emergency alert system. Uh, Obviously, you know, who really knows what's going to happen, but, you know, I'm not going to come on here and say, you know, prepare yourselves, this or that. There's already enough channels out there doing that. If you feel as though I mean, you should always at least have a few things ready just in case there is an issue. But, you know, really, I feel like it's either, you know, you got one side that's like, nothing's going to happen, we'll all be here on the 5th. And I'm more of that mindset. But you know what? At 2:20, I mean, who knows? I very well might turn off my phone. I might go hiking in an area that has no cell service. I don't really know. It can't hurt to just take the precautions. I mean, if you turn off your phone for a couple hours, you're just sort of detoxing a little bit from electronics. So I might do that. I might just hang out with the dogs or something. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I know a lot of people seem to be either, you know, hey, don't worry about it. Don't get yourselves bent out of shape. Then the other half seem to be like, hey, what are they trying to hide in this emergency alert system thing? But you know, it's kind of funny. Me and Penny Pinching Prepper were just talking the other day about how we really don't like getting into politics. Even on the live, we talked about that. It's not something we like to touch on because it creates division. And, you know, I hate the idea of, I don't care who you are, where you're from, what you got. I don't care if you think that, you know, who knows? Who knows what people think out there? But, you know, tinfoil hat down to the fully prepared prepper down in his bunker, and nobody even knows he has one. You know, it doesn't matter where you're at on the spectrum of prepping, or the hierarchy, whatever you want to call it. Really, either way, you should. It doesn't hurt to just take precautions, and also on top of that, like, you know, you don't have to tell people that you're gonna throw your phone in the microwave at 2:20 to make sure that the emergency alert system doesn't get to it. Use it as a Faraday cage, or if you made your own Faraday cage, throw it in there, turn off your phone, go to your bug out location, whatever it is. And that's also another big part of prepping is not really letting people know your cards before you deal them, or not letting other people know the cards before they're dealt, whichever. But really, that's a big thing with me. I don't really show my preps. Like, yes, I show you guys some of the things that I do. Everyone's on their own preparedness journey. Exactly. Some people may have just started. That's really how I started my channel. Was, you know, I was starting my prepper mindset. I was always into preparedness, but falling into what preppers were and some, I was like, you know, I should be able to give out some of this information, and you know, people like it great. Uh, Even by watching somebody make mistakes, you're still gonna learn, which is great. You know, that's very quickly how I learn. You know, not to get too close. I also mean different points in structure and ability. So you might have the kid who just left his parents' place, bought his first apartment, bought his first car, got his first job, versus a 60-year-old doctor who just retired, has nothing else to do, has a buttload of money, and he's just sort of doing whatever. Maybe he's just building a bunker below his house because he wants a cool place to serve cocktails. But that's exactly it. Everybody's on their own journey. They got their own different goals. Somebody who's single versus somebody who has a family to protect. That's a huge difference. That single mentality, that lone wolf versus trying to keep a group, not only a group but your loved ones. Hey Dan H, I'm guessing that's one of my buddies I used to work with. Dan I don't know if that is on spot, but hey Oki Khan, what's up? Alright, I got 4 people in here, that's not too shabby. My very first Pennsylvania Prepper Live. So I appreciate everybody stopping in. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out if you do head out before we get to the end here. I don't know how long I'm going to be on here. This is more to test out, make sure that the live works on YouTube, see how it works. Thank you. Yeah, I know a lot of times we use different platforms to do the live, so I wanted to see how the YouTube works. So far, it seems okay. It keeps showing that it's reconnecting and stuff like that, so I can't really tell. I see it buffering, and I don't really know if it's going good for you guys. If it is, great. I'm gonna watch it on the rerun later to make sure everything came through. Good. Eating and listening. That's good multitasking. My eyes are a little red, huh? Sorry, I swear I wasn't out doing anything crazy. I had to do something after my work for work, but it was for a different thing at work. I can't really go into detail because, well, first of all, I don't even know if I'll be able to keep my channel if I continue the process for the thing I'm trying to do. But let's just put it like this. It involves a lot of physical fitness and a lot of selfless duty. So we'll see what happens. Either I'll continue on this path and hopefully everything works out, or not. So yeah, before we get anything kicked off here, anybody who's seen my new channel, let me know what you guys think of the name change. I can always go back to Penny Prepper if the Pennsylvania Prepper doesn't really have the ring to it, or people don't really pick up on it as much. I still have all the old stuff saved. It's not like I'm deleting anything from the channel. It's just simply a name change, and I'm changing the like pictures to all my stuff, and also I'm just sort of swapping stuff out. So like I have a Twitter and I have a Instagram, so I'm just switching out all the stuff on that. So instead of Penny Prepper, it's going to say Pennsylvania Preparedness. One of the biggest things too that I wanted to really get away from was, not really wanted to get away from, but I feel like the whole prepper word has a lot of negative connotations with it. We've all seen Doomsday Preppers, and the show just really doesn't give a good shake to any of the people that they show on there. It's for entertainment purposes only. I think I saw one guy, oh man, I don't remember where he was. He was in some prairie style state, and they lived on not a farm that produces milk or anything like that, but I remember they actually were cooking up crickets with the whole family, and I thought that was really spectacular. He took the kids out. He had a 22. They had a filtration system up in the house. It was really spectacular. He was the one that they tried to make him look like a fool, but I'll tell you what, anybody who's into preparedness saw that and instantly realized that this dude's got the mentality. He's got it going on. I believe he was an Air Force veteran. So, it's one of those things where I'm still a prepper, but I'm into preparedness overall. It's not just the prepper mentality, it's preparedness. I am prepared for things. I don't think calling yourself one specific thing versus the other would be. It's because the government and people that are out there give us a bad name. And you know what? You're exactly right. I still remember after the pandemic, so, you know, 2022, 2023, I have, I always do this now. I go out, I buy toilet paper, and I have a stack up to the ceiling. A single stack, not like a whole cabinet. Um, and you know what? I told somebody that, and they just were like, gave me this look. I said, "What?" And they're like, "It's because of people like you. We couldn't get toilet paper during COVID." And I'm like, "No, it's not because of people like me. It's probably people like them who don't think about it, and they just go out and buy as much of it as they possibly can, and everything's off the shelves." I prefer to. It's sort of like when I purchase ammunition. I will buy every time I go and buy ammunition, this is what I do. So, 223 and 556, they all typically come in boxes of 20. And what I'll do is I'll buy 3 boxes and I will buy two 30 round magazines. So, those 60 rounds will fit in those 2 magazines. And then I either load them up or keep them nearby that I can load them pretty easily. Hey, XNYC Prepper, hey, what's up? Digging the new name. Thank you very much. Yeah, I appreciate that a lot. Thank you, Teresa. The show was created to put out a stereotype of preppers. Yeah, I mean, I agree. It is entertaining, I will say. And, you know, when you, I think the problem that a lot of people get into is when they show the extent or, you know, what exactly they're doing. Some of it can come across as a little nutsy and you know, yeah, to somebody who's not prepared, that's gonna look nuts and that's gonna look scary to them because of the fact that, well, they're not ready for that. What was the one? No, honey, you had toilet paper. You didn't please, exactly. Um, Let me think. One of the ladies, she had started putting. Oh, first of all, the one lady, she didn't tell anybody. She wasn't telling her husband that she was doing the preparedness stuff. And then on top of that, when she was putting stuff away, she filled every single nook and cranny in that house. She literally was taking doors off the hinges and placing stuff down in the door. Which, you know, to a prepper, we look at that and we're like, oh, that's sort of a good idea. I like that. Do it slowly over time to avoid the mad rush for those that aren't prepared. Exactly. I wonder if I can highlight comments. Let's see. Pin message. Let's see. I don't want to do that. I don't want to put anybody in timeout. Pin message? What's that do? Message pin. I don't know if that showed up for everybody, but Teresa had a good point. So I don't know what that did. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, okay, it did put it at the bottom. Cool. All right, this is my first time using the YouTube Live, so 1 box of each caliber that I have when I shop. Don't break the bank and don't make people think anything's wrong. Just range time. That's a good point. Very true. Yeah, I mean, I personally, I go through my 9mm. There he is, KP Heathen. I actually was talking about you before anybody showed up. I said, I'm sure KP Heathen is going to show up here in a little bit and say greetings from Louisiana. I think I actually said Georgia. Don't mind me, my states, I don't know my states. But I said, you know, I'm going to say hey from Pennsylvania orientation. Yeah, but that's exactly it. As preppers, we like to purchase our stuff. We don't go out and max out our credit cards. We don't go out there and panic buy because you know what? We're already ready. And that's exactly what being a prepper and being prepared is about, is being ready. I know I don't just do that with ammunition. I have buckets down there full of rice and I have water stored up. I have a whole bunch of stuff down there, canned food. But you know what? It's not also just about food. It's also about Do you have a mask? Do you have a filtration system for the house? Do you have food for the dogs? Do you have food for your family? Do you have safety measures? Do you have a bug out bag? Do you have a communication? There's so many different things that go into it. Um, and I'm sure, I know I'm speaking to the choir, or preaching to the choir here, when I'm saying all this stuff. But you know what? Y'all came here for a reason. I guess it's for me to talk about preparedness. So, let's see. I know I got 7 people in here now. That's a pretty big step up from the beginning. So I know earlier we were talking, not we, I was talking a little bit about tomorrow, the 4th. So anybody in here, I'd like to see if anybody in here has has seen anything that really, I guess, raises their eyebrow about all this stuff. I don't just mean like watching YouTube channels about peppers like myself talking about it. I mean like some good solid proof. Like maybe I'll give you one of my examples. One of our local EMA agencies had put out that they're going to have routine maintenance around around the time that that emergency alert system is going off. I don't know if that is specifically because, thank you, KP. I don't know if that's specifically because, well, first of all, they're probably going to do it while that emergency alert system is going off, because it's going to interfere with their stuff. But also, it very well could um, put strain on things. Think of it like this: whenever they test stuff, at my work, we have a catting system, because I'm a dispatcher, and whenever they upgrade or test something, it always doesn't work for an hour or two after that. Uh, it's supposed to be like 1 or 2 hour window, and it ends up being 5 or 6 hours, and it's just not working. Hey, XNYC Prepper, I know I keep trying to message you using your emails. I don't know if I'm just not putting it in right or what it is, but I know I have a Facebook page linked to my YouTube channel. I also have an Instagram and a Twitter, and I should have an email on here. If not, I'm going to try to email you again after this live. But I've been trying to reach out to you about putting it in the microwave. Nice. But yeah, I was trying to message you about some. It was actually in relation to your Subway video. I just wanted to throw in my 2 cents, no penny puns intended. But yeah, I wanted to message you about that. And also, I know that you had said about reaching out um, in regards to some other stuff before. So I don't know if my email's just not working for you, or maybe it went right to your spam folder. I'm sure you're getting a lot of emails now, but you know, I'm gonna try to message you after here. So if you see anything that says Pennsylvania or Penny Prepper, go ahead and open it. That's me. But yeah, so yeah, I know a lot of people. It's either one side of the fence or the other about tomorrow. So with everything I've seen, I'm probably gonna, like XNYC Prepper said, I'm probably personally gonna go for a little walk. Probably gonna go for a hike. And basically, oh, not you. The dogs heard that. I didn't say that. No, don't go. Lay back down. But yeah, I'm gonna try to go for a WALK or a hike. Yeah, you don't know what that means. I'm gonna try to do that and see how that really works out. I'm sure. I know Prepping with Sarge said it. He said if anything crazy does happen, he'll come on the next day and apologize. And you know what? If anything crazy happens, then you know what? I'll do the same. If the internet's still up, I'll apologize and say, hey, I was wrong. It's just like anything. It's any of this stuff. You know, yeah, we see all this stuff always coming up, and we always see that people are saying stuff or trying to give us warnings. But if you avert your life for every single conspiracy or whatever is going on, I personally wouldn't have time. I mean, I was gonna work tomorrow at that time, so really, if something would have happened, I would have had no opportunity to turn off my phone or to, be away from anything. That is true. Anything is possible. Yes, exactly. It is safer. It is better to be safe than sorry. I completely agree. That's why, if somebody gives you a hot hint, they're like, hey, you might want to turn off your phone tomorrow at this time. Why not do it? It's not like you shouldn't be that much of a slave to your phone that you absolutely need to have it on. I'm probably going to go hiking, turn it off, and just enjoy some nature time. But it's sort of like the joke that people say. It's not really a joke, but when they say that when the quiet kid says to you, "Hey, don't come to school tomorrow," it's sort of like you should take that warning. Same sort of thing. If enough people are saying something about it, especially the way things have been, it almost seems like things are put out there in the open for us to all see, and then hindsight's always 2020 with it, where it's like we hear all this stuff, we don't always believe it, and then something will happen. We'll be like, oh, we should have taken all those warnings. It's the same. It's the same thing. But yeah, all right. 30 minutes in. That's not too shabby, and we're just cooking along here. I'm pretty happy with this so far. Uh, 5 people. Hey, before any of you guys leave, make sure you hit the like button. Uh, Everything helps. I know I'm really gonna try to do more lives. I'm gonna try to do some shorts videos. I don't mean eat my shorts like some other channels, but I'm gonna try to do some more short videos. I'm gonna try to do more interactive videos where people comment stuff. I know I was doing that a little bit before I got super busy. I know somebody had said about people doing videos on urban prepping. That was something I didn't even really think about doing until that person said it, because I don't live in the city. I live in an area that people live close, but it's not the city. There's not high rises around me. Um, Pen preparedness. You should make more lives. You speak very well. Thank you. Yeah, actually, that's another thing. When I first started, somebody told me not to use a script. Um, they said that I spoke very well without it. But I'll tell you what, the first few videos I tried to do without a script, I sounded like a horse with peanut butter in their mouth. It was just awful. I think I repeated a bunch of the points that I was trying to make at least 3 or 4 times. Don't mind that. That's Rex. Hi, big boy. But yeah, it's one of those things. I appreciate that. That really boosts my confidence too, because I've been stuck at the 150 mark for a while, and I feel like I need to get more into the lives, more into the short form video. I was so focused on doing 2 videos every week that I really didn't stop to think, what do the people actually want? They want to see more of somebody's face. They want to talk to the person and sort of pick their brain. Like in the lives, they want to have that interaction. So that's really what I'm going to strive for more, because it seems to be what people are more drawn to, is the live content. Um, Live content and the shorts, and then maybe videos. I've noticed I put out a poll. It said I'm going to try to do videos maybe over 10 minutes or under 10 minutes. High rise. And a lot of people were saying that they wanted the longer form videos, which I was very surprised to hear, because a lot of my longer videos weren't doing. A lot of my longer videos just weren't getting the views that I thought that they should. So I don't know. We're gonna see coming up. I'm gonna play around with my algorithms, we'll say, and we'll see. We'll see how all that goes. I might stay at 150 subscribers until hi buddy. I might stay at 150 subscribers till the end of the year. And you know what? Honestly, as long as the people that are subscribed to me like the content that they see, that's all I really care about. Yeah, he is a German Shepherd. He's a very big Yeah, you're a big German Shepherd, aren't you? He's more like a horse. I'm sitting down on a wheelie chair. Come here, big boy. He's the biggest lover. Yeah, you see how high up on me he is? I believe, we're not sure, because he was found tied to a tree in North Carolina, or no, chained to a building. He was chained to something. He was tied to something, and he is a big. He's a huge German Shepherd. He's probably about 130 pounds, and he comes up to my hip. Oh my! We have a female German Shepherd. Aw, yeah, I saw the videos of your pup, Rex. Come on, buddy. Okay, come on, shoo. I know you love me, but you gotta back up. Thank you. Yeah, but yeah, he's a German Shepherd. He doesn't even speak German. Sitzen. No, okay. So, yeah, German Shepherds. He's a beautiful dog, but he's just so big that he gets into everything. I had to buy trash cans with locking lids because he can just throw the lid up with his snout. Yeah, you're smart when you want to be bad. Yeah, and you're a lover too. All kisses and no bite. But yeah, back to what I was saying with the channel. I'm hoping that maybe if I make some more videos, maybe I don't have unlimited data, so I can't go live out on the trails or anything. But I even have a GoPro that I was trying to utilize. It's sort of a hassle to log in. Oh, well, unfortunately, Rex here, he might give a good effort, but I don't think he's got what your female shepherd's looking for. He's been fixed. We got him fixed, so right. Plus, I don't really know if he has the drive to do that. Honestly, I have a female dog here, and he just sort of he's more concerned about tennis balls. But yeah, careful, buddy. He hits his head on everything because he's so tall. But yeah, I know it's kind of funny. One of the first things that made me really think about the Pennsylvania Preparedness channel more than the Penny Prepper channel that I was doing is I bought. It's not, what are those? Wazoo, I believe they're called. This is not their brand of hat. I want to make that very abundantly clear. This is not that brand. First of all, look at that sweat stain. That thing it's like almost an orange. But this has a patch section right here, and it's got the pockets in it, but it's tack gear. Bought it. I bought this at a truck stop along with my wallet. It's a Shepherd's near the girl. She's just yeah. Honestly, Rex does not listen very well. I love him to death. He's got those huge ears, but they're not for listening. I don't know what they're for, but they're not for listening. But yeah, that hat. This is how I got my first idea for the Pennsylvania Preparedness channel. That's my Pennsylvania patch there, and I bought this hat, and I was like, I need a patch for it. It's Velcro, or not Velcro, hook and loop on the front. And I was like, I really need a patch for this. And I was like, what would be better than a Pennsylvania, state flag hat patch? So that's what I did. I actually originally had the Gadsden. It was Gadsden flag snake on the American flag. That was my very first one. It was a PVC patch, but I actually lost that. But yeah, the Pennsylvania Preparedness channel. I feel like me being so close to the Appalachian Mountains, me living in Pennsylvania's capital, I know a lot about Pennsylvania, born and raised here. Plus, a big thing is, there's only one other Pennsylvania prepper channel, and that person doesn't use their channel anymore. I believe I'm the only Pennsylvania preparedness out there. If anybody else finds a Pennsylvania preparedness other than me, please let me know. I know when I made the Penny Prepper channel, that was the first thing I typed in to see how many people were there. And when I made the channel, that's how I found the Penny Pinching Prepper. And I messaged him on a whim just because I was like, I'm getting into this stuff. I want to see what other people know. And, maybe he'll give me some tips. And very quickly off the bat, him and I started talking, texting. And that's also how I was able to start talking with FSP, and we've been, we did a couple lives. I know I have been super duper busy, and I unfortunately haven't really. I hosted Penny Pinching Prepper the other day. I need to find the schedules for a lot of people and find the time. I feel awful with the fact that I've been so busy basically every single day. I wake up, so if I work the evening shift, I wake up in the morning, probably 8 o'clock. I'll go feed the dogs, let them out, do whatever daily duties they got. And then I will go to the gym, I'll work out, I'll go for a run, do push ups, sit ups, whatever. And I'll do that until it's time to get ready for work. And then I'll go to work, come home, and then it's bedtime because I gotta wake back up and do it all over again. The only days that I have off to do anything, like the prepping or anything, are my days off. I don't even really have time to get a haircut anymore, so I just started buzzing my hair. Same with my beard. I've just been, as it gets a little too long, I'll buzz it off. And it's saving money, but I just simply don't have the time to figure out a date and time to go out get my hair cut. Not that I have much to cut, but it's one of those things where I have more important things to do, which is getting physically fit. I've dropped quite a few pounds, so it's almost like I thought about doing a weight loss journey, but there's enough people out there doing that. Nobody really cares about my weight loss journey. If I lose like 50, 60 pounds, then you're darn tootin' that I'm going to be posting some of those videos. Thank you, XRMOC Prepper. I appreciate that, man. But yeah, I'm going to start trying to do more lives. I actually thought of maybe making a setup that I can actually. I feel like this is an awkward angle too. There's a lot of stuff that I've learned in this year. What this thing is on a ring light. I got that idea from my wife. She bought a small one. If she watches this, she might kick my butt for saying this. But she bought a small one for selfies. And the one day I said to her, I was like, oh, look at that silly thing. I started making fun of her a little bit. And then I made this channel and I said to her, I was like, hey, can I borrow that? She started getting on me about it. I was like, oh, I just want to see how it works. I stole it from her, or tactically procured it from her. And I started using that. I was sitting downstairs on my recliner doing a couple videos. And now here I am at my actual desk doing some videos. I thought about doing videos down in my basement. Not sure how the resolution will be down there, but it's sort of like almost like a bunker-ish atmosphere because it's the old style basement with the stones. There's a video earlier about Hawaii EBS. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing too. I know I'm preaching to the choir here when I say this especially, but I think every single one of the people that's in here, if you don't have 14 days of food or water for everybody in your house, please comment, let me know. And it's not to shame you at all, by any means. If you feel as though you are getting into preparedness and if you don't have everything that you think, at least for 2 weeks, I would love you to comment and message me, and I can try to help you out with stuff like that. Also, one of the biggest things I really want to do here, I want to build an IFAC. I'm not talking about buying an IFAC on Amazon and getting these crappy made in China tourniquets that break. I'm talking about buying name brand, combat action tourniquet, getting a nasal airway, getting an oral airway set. I'm talking about building an IFAC that, like, if there were to be a active incident, let's see how that does with the moderators and all that stuff. But if there's an active incident that you would be able to, if you're trained, save some people. And that's another thing. I see that these IFACs are mostly geared towards people who don't have higher medical training. So maybe, obviously, I can show people how to use a lot of these tools, but I can't tell you you can do that. You can't, I don't know how it'll work. Like a nasal airway. That's basically a piece of rubber that you lube up and you shove down your nose, and the way that you measure it is actually like taking it from your ear to your nose. But you know what? I'm almost afraid that if I show how to do that, people might, comment and say, "Oh, I got a sinus infection," or, "I ruined my nose ring, this or that. I'm going to sue you." I don't have enough money for people to take if they sue me, first of all. And then second of all, I don't really know how that would go. What you specialize. Yeah, and that's the thing. I did think about doing EMS prepper shorts. I actually thought of doing not short stories, but little scenarios, medical-based scenarios, and being like, okay, you have a penetrating wound to the chest, and you hear that it's making a sucking noise, a sucking chest wound, and it could be from a piece of wood, timber, it could be metal, rebar, it could be bullet, lead, whatever it might be that created that sucking chest wound, and how to essentially not treat it, but if you were trained, this is how you would do it. Because it's one of those things where, I'll tell you what, being an EMT has taught me one thing. EMTs are not supernatural. Okay, actually, I take that back. They are supernatural because EMTs, EMS, they run off of nicotine, caffeine, and hate. They're the type of employees that you go up to them and say, "Hey, you're mandated," and you get one of two responses. Either, they say, "Okay, I'm going to sleep the whole time and just earn extra money," or they're going to look you dead in the eye and say, "Make me." They're a very special breed, but I don't want to say superhuman, but I guess in the same way that the chupacabra is superhuman, not human, but you get what I'm putting down. I'm sure it's at least every other day. Yeah, I would like to do more shorts, but I'll tell you what, it is darn hard. If I guess because they're only 60 seconds, I could probably do that, but I'll tell you what, I tried to make a daily download video for a week. I was going to make one video every day for 7 days. I was just going to talk about weather or recent political events. I feel like that's the only real thing that you can talk about is going to be political events. Because other than that, what really happens every day? Yeah, you got the war in Ukraine, but for the most part, it's like, I only have so much. There's only so much you can learn, so many different ways that you can teach it. I know I've gone back to Canadian Prepper's oldest videos, and I just think to myself, like, he has made some of the same content over and over again, branded differently. I'm just like, this man's a genius. He is able to continue with some of these same ideas, the same premises, over and over, rebrand it, and repackage it in a way that people love it. And I don't think I have that ability, but I can at least put out a couple good, but not evil, superhuman. Yeah, you're right. EMTs are not evil by any means. They would definitely give you the shirt off their back. They would give you just about anything except for their favorite pen. You take their favorite pen, and you might not wake up in a hospital. You might wake up 6 feet under. Out of the niche, everybody wants to learn how to save a person's life, especially a family or friend. Well, I am gonna pin that because I learned how to do that earlier. Replace pin message. What'd that do? There it is. Look at that. I'm learning. Learning and burning. Awesome. Hello, Abood. Car parking. All right. How's it going? Thank you for the little rose. But yeah, I guess I really could try to do that. I think before I would were to do that, I would like to build an IFAC, which right off the bat, not a lot of people actually know that that's like individual first aid kit. Um, but I find that pretty interesting, like the stuff that you can put in there. And maybe I will do that. I'll build one, show people my process, and price it out so people, because I saw Sarge, Prepping with Sarge, posted a link to his Amazon thing where you could get one of the Rhino Rescue, I believe. And at first, I was like, I've heard that, a lot of the tourniquets out there sort of crappy, but I've watched reviews and those Rhino tourniquets are pretty darn tough. Specialists, people will watch. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny too with the whole EMT thing. Actually, just said it to somebody I worked with today. They were like, "Yeah, blah blah blah. You know how to save a life. You were an EMT." And I just looked him dead in the eye and I said, "I never said I was a good one." Kidding. I wasn't a bad EMT. I wasn't the best either. But really, we're just trained enough to stop you from. We're designed to keep your blood pumping and the air going in and out of your lungs long enough for you to make it to the hospital to get further medical care. Let's see. I find having different teachers can help you understand better. Not everybody teaches the same. And you know what? That's exactly true. That is one of the things that my wife told me. She said, when I was talking about doing a YouTube channel, I said to her, I was like, I don't really feel like I'm bringing anything to the table that nobody else does. But at the same time, you know what? One thing that I definitely think that I can bring to the table that not a lot of people do is empathy. I see somebody struggling or not doing well with something, and I don't see it as an opportunity to mock or criticize them. I see it more as an opportunity to, hopefully uplift them, make them better. I don't want to see somebody fail. I'm not competing against them. If they do better than me, that's fantastic. You know what? Maybe they're smarter than me at that specific thing, and maybe they're going to be able to teach me what to do one day. Maybe they'll see me make a mistake and save my butt. Yeah. So, it's the same with the fire department. I think the fire department is one of the greatest examples for the prepping mentality. You train with these people. Hey, what's up, Link? Stratter? Um, Firefighting is a great example of why it's important to not only be prepared physically, mentally, but also to have, when we are done with a fire, we break down our equipment and put it back in a way that it's ready for easy and quick deployment. Same with training. We rag on each other in a loving way, but it's because we want to make each other better. You will never see firefighters just training just because it looks cool. We do it for a reason. We move with a purpose, and it's to make each other better, because at the end of the day, if nobody trains, nobody gets better, and when nobody gets better, that's when mistakes happen. And chances are, if there's a mistake, you're going to be involved one way or the other. Excuse me, 1 second. I'm going to drink my favorite drink here. It's been a long day. All right, so I'm coming up on my hour mark. I'm at 54 minutes, 55 minutes exactly now. So, I got 3 viewers left. Before any of you last 3 leave, I'm not sure who's still in here, but make sure you hit the like button. I appreciate you for sticking with me so long. I know that I sort of rambled quite a bit today. And what? It's almost 9 o'clock. Film my recovery and my current physical training. Week by week, my body will change. Yep. And honestly, when I saw your videos with the, with your cane fu And you saying about how you weren't able to walk until you got that hip replacement. I was like, that's a great inspiration for a lot of people out there. Me personally, um, let's see, how do I put this? It's embarrassing, but so I was working in the prison in 2020 when COVID really came around. I got COVID about 4 or 5 times, and I think the third or fourth time, I forget which time it was, it knocked me for a loop. It was couldn't walk up a flight of stairs without being exhausted and winded. I lost my energy level. I used to, at a moment's notice, I couldn't sleep more than 8 hours. It would hurt me physically and mentally to lay in bed for more than 8 hours. And now, like sometimes I just get simply exhausted. Um, and it's not my age because this was only in a span of 2 years. Creatine gives you energy. Good. Yeah, I personally have been taking pre-workout. That is, I use C4, the pre-workout. I like drinking the cans because after 30 minutes, there's a chemical in there that it starts to make me itch, and if I don't work out, I will be. I look like a tweaker. Like any of my friends who have seen me drink this stuff, I literally sit there. I'm like, I literally start moving around jittery, and yeah, it's not great if you don't work out. But I'll tell you what, it gets me in the gym because I hate that feeling of the itchy. I call it the itchy scratchies. Like I'll stand there, I'll be rubbing my back on stuff, and it just doesn't look great. But yeah, all right, I got about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. So if anybody has anything else, let me know. Coming down here to the to the wire here. Um, I think what I'm gonna do, next NYC Prepper, I'm gonna message you when I'm done here. One thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to actually. I know that you drop your email a lot, XNYC Prepper. Can you drop it in the chat for me? I have my email open right here, right now. And if you do that, I'll send you an email before we get out of here because I have very awful short-term memory. Great long-term. Rex, buddy. I love you to death, but you gotta back up. Yeah. You gotta back up. Yeah. All that head and no brain. Yeah. But, yeah, I'm gonna start trying to do more lives. Maybe I'll try to go live at least once a week. And it's really hard for me because I have a very weird schedule where I don't have the same days off every week. So I'm gonna try to go live at least once a week, whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whenever I have a day. Hey, Cassie Kitchen, what's up? Unfortunately, Cassie caught us near the end here, but it's going good. Actually, my weekend. That's funny that you say that because I actually just started a long weekend. Because it's Wednesday, and that actually I took tomorrow off, and I have a couple days off now. My zodiac sign. Oh, these are good and interesting questions. Man, where were you like 10 minutes ago? I'm a Gemini. Wow, a bunch of good questions all of a sudden. But YouTube does not allow me to send my email through chat. Okay. All right. Well, I'll go on your channel and I'll find your email and send it to you. Because I think I don't know if I'm just not sending it right. I don't know if I'm not sending it with the right spaces or what. But I know I tried to email you about 5 or 6 times, Google, and yeah, I tried putting it in different ways and stuff. But what's up, buddy? So, all right, I'm at the 60-minute mark now. If anybody's got anything else, let me know. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do some live videos. I'm gonna try to do a live video next week. At some point, I'm gonna do some content this weekend. I'm gonna try to go up on the Appalachian Trail a little bit. And German Shepherds, you are hairy. I'm gonna try to do some videos out there, at least on not on the Appalachian Trail, at least in a state park or two. That's actually where I've been running a lot. I did some videos at one of the state parks, not state, county parks that goes by one of the old state hospitals here in Harrisburg. But, you know, if nobody has anything else, then I'm going to get out of here. As always, stay safe, stay prepared. This is Pennsylvania Prepper and Rex, and we're out of here. Stay safe, everybody. Till the next time. Let's see if I can close this out right. Jump in the water. Sonia. I don't have any water, but yeah.